He's one of the dopest engineers in the game. The head engineer exclusively a prodigy of Mobb Deep. 10 prodigy of Mobb Deep albums. The Hegelian Dialectic. The Book of Revelation.
It's a pleasure, man. That body of work is crazy. I mean,
Joe the engineer. Now we do this shit, nigga.
333. That's a sign from the heavens. Just look up in the heavens.
Yeah, man, what up? What up? It is Gray Matter. Yeah, I'm using Skype again because I don't want to have to take the Zoom breaks because we're having our very first annual 333 fantasy draft in about 31 minutes, 28 minutes now. So, never done this before, got to figure out how the fuck to do this shit. Draft room should be open. Now, how do we get in? I probably should have, tried to figure this shit out ahead of time. Be perfectly honest with you. But here we are. Yeah, I know we're drafted now. Yahoo. While I figure this out, I'm going to play some music until Carrie and Roger pop in. And I actually figure out how the fuck this shit works.
All greatness, the majority of greatness in itself doesn't come with goodness. The two don't coexist with one another. And all great men are not good men. Just your power.
Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, what up, man? I was just setting up the draft room and everything.
All right.
So the draft room is live. You can pop in now. Apparently I got the first pick, which I actually didn't want.
Who?
It's a snake draft. So I get the last pick in the second round. You know how that shit goes. So, yeah, man, it's the first fantasy league draft for me. Roger Harper picked my team for me last year. Trust me, I know how to fucking work the waiver wire and shit, but I've never done a draft before. This is going to be interesting.
Yeah, I've been doing like a practice one.
Well, I mean, I got the first pick. Is there any mystery who the fuck I'm taking? Like, honestly? The only debate you could possibly have in your mind is like, if Derrick Henry stays healthy for the entire year, you might consider that. But nope, I went through that fucking roller coaster ride last season.
Even though I've been peeping some of his workouts this year, I don't know.
He's not Adrian Peterson until he proves otherwise.
It's true. This is true.
I mean, he is Derrick Henry though, but Ryan Tannehill has been exposed as who he is, and they lost A.J. Brown. They lost the tight end 2 years ago, or last year, played for the Patriots. Jonnu Smith, which he was huge in their offense.
Doing a lot of things.
And then he goes to the Patriots, and we didn't use him at all. We used Hunter Henry all season. So, yeah, while we got like 23 minutes till the draft starts. So, Jimmy G staying with the Niners, homie.
Oh, that signed a 1-year deal.
Yeah.
Like, guess he's truly betting on himself.
He is. I think he's also betting on Trey Lance not being the guy right yet.
Yet.
Because all reports in camp are, he has these wow plays where he'll make a throw that's like incredible, but it'll be like in a drill or something.
Okay.
It's not like in live action and even in preseason action, but in live practice reps, he's struggling to process information quick enough for the NFL, which, to be expected. This guy played 1 year at North Dakota State.
Yeah.
And I looked that up today, and I was just like, that 1 year carry was 2019. He hasn't played actual competitive football, although he did get 2 starts last year that everybody forgets about, including myself, when Jimmy G got hurt.
Yes, he did, and he won those.
No, he won 1.
We won 1. Okay.
They beat, I forget who they beat, but he actually played pretty well. He had like 249 yards, 2 touchdowns, a pick, and 31 yards rushing, which is pretty solid. I think it might have been against the Vikings, but late season Kirk Cousins is a dub for anybody.
Well, this is true. And
then they played the Texans and got smacked, like 17-3 or something. And he looked terrible, so they were just like, shit. But San Francisco's team is not really built around the quarterback. Happened to be that guy. They made it to the Super Bowl and an NFC Championship with Jimmy G at quarterback. They run the ball. Debo's a beast. George Kittle's a monster. And all reports from camp, homie, are that Brandon Ayuk is about to have like a Pro Bowl season.
I've been hearing a lot of Ayuk.
Yeah, I mean, it makes me want to look at this guy. Yeah, it makes me want to look at him late in the draft, but I also look at who the fuck is throwing him the ball, and it's just like, nah, you're not going to suck me in, homie.
The problem. Therein lies the problem.
So, yeah, man, I'm hyped. I don't know, how'd your draft go?
Which one?
For the big leagues.
Oh, yeah. Oh, went well.
Good. Yeah, mine is September 1st at 1 in the afternoon. Very odd time.
Yeah.
But,
Time.
Time
is great.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it, because if there's one thing that I know casually that really has not a real impact on my life, but I know obsessively about, it's the NFL. So I am not worried about this shit at all, dude. I strung together a haphazard roster of people after Derrick Henry went down and still made it to the playoffs and won the third place game. So I will be all right. What else has been going on in the league? Roster cut day.
Yes.
Yo, so this has got to be the worst day in professional sports.
Pretty sad.
Well, no, Kerry, in all of professional sports, because they go from 82 down to 53.
It's pretty brutal.
It's 29 people per team that get cut today. Now, a lot of those players will end up free agency. We're going to go through the list. I'm just going to, call out names that matter. But there are some players. Devin Allen. The Eagles cut Devin Allen. Yeah, and everybody was surprised because he is ultra fast. But that also means that they might have a little bit of an embarrassment of riches right now because they also have, was it Jalen Reagor? Is that his name?
Jalen Reagor, yeah.
They were talking about putting him on the trading block also, so they must have drafted well and caught somebody. But they had Devin Allen looked good in camp. He was literally blowing by secondaries. That guy is world-class fast. And he can play football. He's not just a sprinter who's like, let me try to play football. He can really play. So players like that, he's getting picked up guaranteed. Somebody is grabbing him. The Colts, who are lacking wide receivers galore, definitely take a look at this guy. Who else needs... the Packers. Why is Aaron Rodgers not calling this guy right now?
I mean, Leviticus
Chenault just got moved.
So, I mean...
And honestly, I could see, the Raiders looking at Allen because they're always about speed, traditionally always have been, and they lost, Ruggs. Or no, didn't he get in the car wreck?
Well, he caused it.
Yeah, he caused it, so...
in 50 miles an hour.
Yeah, they lost him, so they lost that blow the safeties off the top of the defense guy. So... I could see them, and then, honestly, the Chargers, because they're so loaded, why not go get a specialty guy? Why not have this guy return kicks and just run home run routes?
Yeah, I would.
I mean, Tampa did it. That's all they do with Scotty Miller. You literally run go routes and return kicks. That's all you're here for. We got all these people. We don't need you. So, if Tampa didn't keep Scoots, then, I would look at it. Devin Allen is too fast not to be on an NFL roster.
Yeah.
Kerry, it's like being 7 feet tall.
They had a few of those because there was another one, Marquez. That the Eagles have. He's another speedster. Ridiculous.
Yeah, but, speed like that is like being 7 feet tall in the NBA. It's just like, no matter what your skill set is, because you have that one attribute, you're going to be around.
Oh, yeah. Look at James Jack.
Your guy from Ohio State.
Joey Galloway.
Nah, the other, Ted Ginn.
Teddy Ginn Jr. I wasn't going to say the other one.
Nah, Ted Ginn had
Mr. Trunk Man.
Yeah, we weren't talking about it. Ted Ginn had a 16-year NFL career because he was just always fast.
And he spent 13 of it on the IR.
Yes, he did, because he's always fast. And when you're that fast, you're going to pull hammies.
And he was above 40, soaking wet. So, yeah.
But the only reason you bring him up is because he stayed around because he stayed fast.
Well, look at Deshaun Jackson. Same shit.
Yeah, he's been in the league forever, and he's still fast. Terrell Owens, 50 years old, running a 4.4 flat.
Listen, and Brandon Marshall's afraid to go out there. He wants to talk all that shit, but he afraid to go out there and face him because he's going to get embarrassed.
4.4 flat at 50 is extremely impressive.
Yeah.
I mean, when I broke 4.4 flat, that was like a monumental achievement. And I was 20, dude, in the best shape of my life. This guy's 50 and already in the Hall of Fame. So we still got 15. That's a lot of time. 15 minutes. Let's go through. Oh, I don't want to look at it like that. Just show me the list. Don't give me an article. God damn it. Let's go through the league updates. A bunch of trades also happened. Vegas traded a couple players.
Yes.
A corner, Trayvon Mullen.
Really don't.
Me neither. And they traded somebody else, but this is the Cardinals picked up Trayvon Mullen, and they gave up a 6th-round pick to do it. And in the NFL, like, you get like Pro Bowl players for 6th-round picks sometimes.
Yeah.
So they did also cut Trace McSorley, but he will stay on as a practice squad player, I imagine. All right, let's see. Anybody? The Falcons cut Anthony Ferkser.
Yeah, he hasn't been able to catch on.
No, he hasn't, but they also cut another tight end, but they have Pitts. So that means another tight end they have, and at least the third one, are playing better than Ferkser. But, look, we talked about it all season last year. Go ahead and take Ferkser on your fantasy because you think he'll have that one game of like 2 or 3 touchdowns, but that's it for the year.
Yeah.
That's it.
3 touchdowns in one game. And
Yeah,
then
that's it.
Disappear.
That's it. They also cut linebacker Nick Kwiatkowski, WVU alum. He played well in Chicago while he was there for a few years.
Yes, he did. I was about to say that his name popped up a few times.
Yeah.
He was thumping around.
He played well. He is a bit slower. He's a run guy. The league's not really built like that anymore. He'd have to get on a defense that does that. But he's definitely got fuel in the tank. He's only been in the league like 5 or 6 years, and he can play. Hey, look at that guy, Roger Harper. You
representing.
Oh, I'm always representing, homie. You not joining the 333 fantasy league?
Absolutely. What I gotta log on now.
Yeah, you gotta go. I'll send you another. I don't know if I can add you because it might be too late.
Oh shit. They're doing the draft now. God damn.
Yeah, the draft is in like 12 minutes. We were talking about today being the worst day in all of professional sports. I did send you a couple emails with the link, so you might go check your email and see if you can still go through that way.
Right.
Okay.
And then at very least, I think you still also have to add yourself into our NFL game pick.
I think I already did the game pick. Let me check though.
Probably. But yeah, anyway, 26 to 29 players per roster. I forget. I think it's 29. They go from 82 down to 53 today.
Yep.
So that's 29 players per roster that lost jobs. It's 29 players on 32 teams. That's 1,000 players that lost jobs, but a lot of them will get picked up on practice squads. And then a bunch of other players will get picked up on other teams because they may have gotten cut because they just don't fit what's going on. It's not that they can't play football. They just might not fit. Mm-hmm. There might be a coach that they don't like. You know how that fucking shit goes, dude.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And then Melbourne went up to 10. It used to be 6 on the practice squad. Now it's 10.
I thought they actually went up higher than that.
Oh, I heard 10 on the preseason game. I don't know what it is, then.
Well, they might have went back to 10, but remember during the Rona year, I thought they went up to like 12 or 14, which I was just like they should just go up to 20. No, they went up to 16 because me and Carrie were just like they should just go to 22. They should have one practice player at each position and then just, keep it like that. And that's like your minor league team. You've got 22 minor league players, one at each position, and just roll with that. Because so many players were getting sat out because they'd catch the Roni or something, and so they had to have extra players on deck. So they increased the practice squad up to 16 during 2020. But yeah, today's roster cut day. That's gotta suck.
For sure.
There's got to
a lot of pressure on guys right now.
There's
got the bubble.
There's got to be two extreme ends to this, though, right? You have the players like who are studs, high dollar players who are guaranteed roster spots. They have like multi-year deals already. And then you've got those bums at the end who know. There has to be some people in camp who know, man, I ain't making this team. Or does everybody there, like, do they all think, like, yeah, I'm making it?
Are you asking me that?
Yeah, there's got to be some players that you just know in camp, like, yeah, man, this motherfucker is not making this team.
Yeah, there's players like that. That's those guys that they bring in just for the practice squad. That they know, they're just a body, and they know they're just a body, which is unfortunate. But some guys still have ambitions and dreams of playing on the NFL squad, or this is a lot of times this is it. Just making a practice squad, or just putting on an NFL helmet in practice.
Yeah, 100%. Well, there's always practice, like training camp arms. So there's always at least two quarterbacks that are getting cut because they just need guys to throw balls to receivers in practice all day. Especially like when one-on-ones start happening. Because like in college, man, one-on-ones that happen if the quarterbacks are getting water, there's somebody else that just jump up and start throwing while one-on-ones are happening with the DBs and wide receiver because it wasn't about the quarterback at all. It's just like they just needed an arm. And usually, like our DB coach would just go play quarterback. So, yeah, we were going. Me and Kerry trying to run through the roster cuts, even though it's a lot, and just kind of go over some of the notable players. And there are some players that you're just like kind of surprised. Oh, Tre'Davious White for the Bills. Their number one corner is out the first 4 games of the year. Wow. I wonder when that happened. Kerry's guy, where the fuck did Kerry go? Kerry's guy got cut.
Which one?
O.J. Howard.
Oh, wow.
I mean,
boy from Houston.
Nah, he went to Alabama. It's just he was a tight end that when drafted, everybody just assumed like, oh my God, this guy's is going to be an absolute stud. He basically, I don't want to say he won a national title for them, but he was the standout player on a national title team in the national title game. So he instantly jumped to the draft, and the Bucs drafted him, and he just was never healthy. There's just a laundry list of players who just can't stay healthy when they go step up a level. That happened to me when I got to college. I just never stopped getting injured. So it happens.
It happens all the time. You know that.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's crazy too because you'll be healthy as a motherfucker all camp, all off season, and then just all of a sudden make a cut and just out for the year. Just like, wait a minute, what? Shit.
When did you send that, Joe? I'm looking through my emails now. That date you said.
Oh man, I sent it a couple different times.
Yeah. So I keep just getting our joint. My NFL one up, but damn, I can't find it.
Yeah, it'll come from Yahoo.
Oh, okay. Let me check that.
I think
I already registered for the pick'em, so
yeah, we in there for that one, man.
okay.
Two-time defending champion on the NFL pickup. We'll see if anybody can give me. We got a couple new people in it in the pickup league this year from the 333 community. Decided to jump in with
That's what's up.
The Gray Matter gang. I think it's awesome. Good luck, guys, because we know what the fuck we're talking about. So, I was just talking to Kerry before you popped on. I was just like, yo, man, like, I asked him how his draft for the NFL league went, and he said it went very well. And I was just like, mine is September 1st at 1 o'clock.
Exactly.
And I was just like, yo, I'm not even worried about this shit because it's just like if there's one thing that I know an unlimited amount of useless information about, it's NFL football. This is the only thing that I watch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you on top of that shit for sure.
Yeah, man, I love this shit.
Let me see.
Yes, it still says there's 8 available slots left. So.
College football.
Let me see if I can open up the original Gray Matter tab and then. Yeah, it doesn't have a spot for me to invite anybody anymore.
Yeah, oh, really?
That's what I'm saying. You might be able to.
4 minutes. When I say join the league, it's like pit me. We've been invited to join the football league. The league is not in pre-draft mode. He was telling me I'm good, but I'm trying to figure out how to do it. Shit.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're definitely not in pre-draft mode. We're in draft mode.
Okay. So I try to highlight Gray Matter. And let me highlight your name. It won't let me log. It won't let me do that.
That's what I'm saying. It's probably closed because the draft is in less than 5 minutes.
I missed that shit. Damn.
It's all good, Hobie.
That's fucked up.
How many you got in the NFL this year?
Just 3. You 2 and myself.
Oh, because last year you had like 5 of them shits.
Yeah, but we only want to have one in the league, just one team in the league. So that's exactly what that's how I did it.
Word, yeah, I'm excited about that shit. That shit, I've been thinking about that shit for like 2 weeks now. Like, that shit was that shit was so much. I've never even done fantasy football before. That shit was so much fun because of who I was playing against.
Exactly.
If it had just been random fucking people on like Yahoo or something, I wouldn't have cared. But I was just like, yo, this is fucking ill. I'm sitting there just looking at him like, who the fuck is this guy? Like looking at their screen name and like trying to figure out who they are and shit. Like, who is this?
Hold on.
Oh, there this guy is.
Yeah.
I just saw the shit. I just saw the shadow of Carrie Height.
I get my war room right.
Yeah, man, it's on in 2 minutes.
Yeah. Right.
It's got an article up that says what to do with the first pick of the draft. Draft Jonathan Taylor. What the fuck do you think you're supposed to do with the first pick of the draft? I mean, I guess it's okay to have the number 1 draft pick because it is kind of a no-brainer.
But also, think about this moment. Like, the moment when AP was the consensus number 1 pick every year until he wasn't. But you still had some people out there like, well, I mean, AP. And then the same thing happened to Todd Gurley. Same thing is now happening to Christian McCaffrey.
Priest Holmes. Priest Holmes was a fantasy football god for like 5 years, 3, 4, 5 years, something like that.
He was that dude.
Yeah, those Kansas City years, he was putting up video game numbers.
I mean, him, Dante Hall, Trent Green, Dwayne Bowe, like Tony Gonzalez, they all were.
Yeah.
Like, how they didn't win a chip, like, very disappointing.
Boy,
because that would have made every single player I just named, that would have made their career. Like, they all had, like, Tony Gonzalez was early on, but Priest Holmes, Trent Green.
I am officially on the clock. Now you keep. It's 2 minutes. Carrie, details about the league. It's full PPR, and I made it a big play league.
Okay.
Because you and I both know how much a big play actually means. So any play over 40 yards, it's an extra point.
Got it.
Okay. And then I think any field goals over 50 are an extra point. So, pretty standard. But I did want to make it a big play league because you know, a 60, 70-yard touchdown in the NFL is an absolute game changer. No matter what the score is on either side, it completely just opens shit up. Especially if it happens at home and the crowd goes absolutely insane. I hope.
Hey, what's the group ID?
Gray Matter 333. I am waiting to the last second because I'm just trying to make sure everybody else is.
Did you wait?
Yeah, getting their. We got 8 confirmed players in the league, Kerry. So we got some newcomers. Somebody, Emmanuel's already been talking shit.
What's the password?
I didn't know there was a password.
Join the group, yeah. Don't worry about it. I'm in on the I'm on the pickup, so I'm cool.
It should be, if there's a password, it should be in the email.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it should. All the information should be there. Yeah, so I just took Jonathan Taylor. Big fucking surprise, everybody. Wow. Man, he was waiting on that. He took Cooper Kupp. Nah, Cooper Kupp is still available. He already drafted, though, so who the fuck did he just take?
Christian McCaffrey.
Wow, he took Christian McCaffrey early. He was waiting on that one. All right, I believe this is this this is Emmanuel. This is the one who was talking all that shit.
Better not fuck up.
Buck the President, I love his screen name. Belichick yourself. Carry with the number 6 pick. I grabbed Dalvin Cook. Oh. Belichick. Buck said, I am taking Jabbar Chase. Lumps next with Derrick Henry. This draft is going to happen. I knew you were going to fucking do that.
Boom, baby.
I knew you were going to do that.
Yeah, I'm gonna send this to
I knew he was going to do that. All right. This is what sucks about a snake draft. I pick first, but then I don't pick until like fucking 16th.
Okay, I respect that. Oh, I'm is next. Yeah. Over here. Where's over here, boy? Hell yeah.
God damn it. This is why I didn't want to be number 1, dude. This is exactly why I didn't want the number 1 overall pick, dude.
Listen, he's like that. Honestly.
I know. I'm telling you, I didn't want it. Because I knew this shit was going to happen. I was like, oh, motherfucker. All my plans out the window as soon as I saw the draft order.
Did you get what I sent you, Rod?
On the phone? Oh, yeah, I see it right here.
You might be able to get straight in just with that.
All right.
Because I know I didn't need a password.
I was going to say, I didn't think I set a password at all.
Yeah, it probably closed on me because I was on it from my computer. Let me see. Going to my phone now.
Oh, wow, look, I get to draft soon. That's interesting. That'll be fun. Yeah, I'm not wasting any time. Oh, I get the 17th pick, too. That's kind of cool.
Oh,
Oh, yep. My backfield is set. I know you don't like that one, Kerry.
Oh, I just meant. Oh, you son of a gun.
You're goddamn right.
All right. All right. It's bound to happen.
Yeah.
Ah.
Well, I leaned heavy on the backfield to start this one. Shit.
I mean, that is definitely a strategy.
Well, I mean, if you got the number 1 overall pick, Jonathan Taylor is a no-brainer. And then when you have to wait all the way until 16 and 17, it's just like, well, Nick Chubb is right there. Yeah. I mean, this is, this is I'm going Patriots draft style, man. I'm in the war room. Best player available. The plans are out the window, Roger Harper.
Hey. Damn.
So, is Rogers' team still on here, Joe? And it's just like,
No, I didn't register when he put the link out. I thought I did that when I did that. You pro pick 'em for the pick.
Yeah, it was 2 different links. I sent the email a couple of different times, so
that was my bad.
it's all good, man.
But
It's all good, Hobie. I'm more interested in the pick'em.
I knew that was going to happen. I knew he was taken off the board. Yeah. Exactly what I'm doing next. So whoever it is, don't fuck me up.
Do it, Lump.
Home snacks. I'm good. Good boy.
Lump. See, it's number 1 pick shit again. I'm pick all the way to 32 and 33. Jesus. So, Kerry,
Okay. We go on QB already? Okay. All right. If you want your man, go get him. Okay.
Exactly. Running back, the rookie running back from the Houston is going to be week 1 starter. This guy apparently is a absolute stud.
Yeah. Been hearing things about him.
Yeah, so in your daily fantasy leagues, look for him early to be cheap because he's new.
Yeah. Question. I kind of wonder where, like they were saying, Chenault should shake out to be probably the 3rd receiver in Carolina.
Baker.
They picked that big receiver from LSU a couple years back.
Yeah.
That was decent, but he hadn't done shit yet. But I mean, also
Quarterback play.
Yeah,
I wonder if he
Baker.
Terrence Marshall.
Terrence Marshall. Baker has been looking excellent, which I don't expect anything. When he's healthy, he can really fucking play. I never understood why they had this negative view of him on the field.
Oh, it's because of he's been a douchebag.
He has been. So was Jay Cutler, but he could sling that pill, yo.
But how do people feel about Jay Cutler? Damn douchebag, and he was on the sideline with his team to the playoffs while he was watching the 3rd string. Was when the damn game for them.
Yeah, Baker won't do that. And I've been a Baker Mayfield guy since he was at Oklahoma. Like, talking about him, like, whoever gets him, this guy is hyper accurate. He throws it exactly to the spots. It's just, is he making the right decision? He's going to hit his spot he's aiming for, but is there a defender that's going to make that spot first? That's always been his. Then last year, you can't count last year against Baker Mayfield. Look what they did. And then look at their offseason. They're the most dysfunctional organization in football by far.
Hard to argue that one.
So.
Hunter went high, but okay, PPR. It's sensible.
Yep.
Makes sense.
Big play league, homie. You get catches, you get points. You make big plays, you get points. I like it. I like the fact that you could set the parameters on how the league is scored.
And it just got me to thinking about some things. So.
And then like there's a league that Colton was showing me that he's in. You basically draft almost every player on defense too. That shit is retarded. D-line, linebacker, safety, corner.
It's the DDP league. That's the league I used to do all the time.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
IDP, individual defensive players.
Yeah, I'm good on all that. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that! I got to make a draft pick again. Yeah.
Somebody took Michael Pittman Jr. Bastard.
Well, I've been wanting that guy. All right, where are you at? Oh, there we go. Oh, damn. Somebody already took Herbert?
Oh, yeah. You didn't see when you see when he was taken? I saw that quick.
Nah, but I'm doing like 9 things at once, dude.
Oh, I thought, no wonder, because I knew you would have said something.
Well, I know what I have to do now, then. God damn it. Because that's my guy. Come on.
I know. No. All of our guys. Oh, you mother. Yep. All right.
Well, that was plan B if my guy wasn't there, which I figured he was. I was surprised, since this is a fantasy league, that he wasn't the first quarterback taken. Honestly, because his numbers this year are just only going to get better. Yeah, dude, I'm not even looking at the draft results. I'm trying to, run a war room over here and a show. I don't even know who's drafted who. I just know who I've picked.
Took the concert with you, Joey Boy Band.
You're goddamn right I did. So, wow, Michael Pittman Jr. at 31. Interesting.
Oh, I might have to scoop my man Hawaii 5-0 at QB.
So, I knew that Colton was going to take Herbert when I saw him take a Keenan Allen because he likes to double up. I fucking knew it, dude. You're not sneaky, Colton.
Now I know, Colton.
All right, who is left out here?
Huh?
Let me see. Oh, that's a good one. So the way that
how long we getting to pick?
2 minutes.
Too long. It needs to be $1.30.
Oh, get off your high horse.
Just saying. Those who ready.
I mean,
Won't be.
I like the fact that people are trying to figure this out, because at this point you really have to try to figure it out. Like, all right, now what do I do? Fucking do.
You can end up the Minnesota Vikings. They get skipped over twice.
Ain't happening, homie.
That's what it definitely happened just now. Okay, AJ Dillon. Okay. Got a Dillon Panther sighting. I kind of so wanted to pick that dude this year too, but outside of, I don't trust Green Bay. I just don't trust them.
Yeah, I know.
I don't trust them to do the right thing.
I know. I see we are, everybody is staying away from CD Lamb.
I see. like to play. Hey, they don't believe he's a true number one. Huh. Interesting.
I don't either. So, I mean, I'm staying away from him too. So what the fuck?
I mean, you know what receiver we like.
Exactly, and it just, I don't know how many years of all right, just maybe he'll put it together next year. How many times are we going to keep doing this with the same guy? You only get like 3 years at the NFL to like show improvement and that you're getting it, and or that you can stay healthy. And right. He's not showing either. Like, you're not.
I mean, he has like those splash plays, and I think that's why people still rock with him, because he still has splash in him. But you know.
Of course, because if you get the ball in his hands, he's absolutely electric. It's just you got to get him on the field and get the fucking ball in his hands. You know, so. I just now remembered that Amari Cooper went to Cleveland.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
That's why you gotta love being able to grab Chubb Rock, because they are going to be running the ball over there with Jacoby Briskets at quarterback. They'll be toting the rock.
Yeah, that's a ton. See what you got, lump doggy dog.
All right. Carrie, you son of a mother.
I'm queued up. I'm queued up and ready to go, man. I just need 2 seconds. I'm playing it. I'm ready. I got contingencies for my contingencies.
You got them lined up, huh, King?
Hey, feel me? I got them tiered up over here.
I mean, I feel like the last pick I made was like an hour ago, so yeah, we're out here. I'm just watching everybody that I like. Oh, Roger Harper. 7 more golfers have decided to leave the PGA and head over to LIV, including more of my favorites to watch, so there's absolutely no point in watching the PGA anymore.
Good last pick who grabbed Waddell. It was between Jalen Waddle and somebody else. A good pick, yo.
So even though the PGA is coming up with all this extra money and Tiger and Rory are going to be doing a primetime virtual golf one-on-one match thing like a game show, and all the shit that they're doing, and players are still like, nah, I'm going to go take this $200 million guaranteed.
Wow. Who's some of the golfers you know?
Joaquin Neiman is a top 20 player. Harold Varner III, who is one of my favorite golfers to watch. He's sponsored by Jordan, and he don't give a fuck. That guy has a chaw in his mouth like the entire time, and every bad shot you're gonna hear it. Fuck. I like watching that guy, and when I play fantasy golf, I always grab him because he's always cheap, and if he's on. But yeah, it's just a ton of more players exiting and going, and which just makes me even more hyped for next year whenever they come around, because we're fucking going. I'm telling you, that shit was so much fun, Roger Harper.
Oh yeah, especially playing against football pro guys and shit, you know.
All right, what do we got? Who have I missed? Carries on the clock. Yeah, I knew that was going to be quick.
What's down the clock, baby?
Damn, Colton literally takes every player that I want. Did me and Colton have a conversation about this earlier? Probably.
Hey, you got to keep it tight, all right? Remember, I stopped talking about sleepers. You know, there's players out there.
All right, whatever. Don't wreck yourself, Belichick yourself.
Gotta tell you, I'm hearing great things out of Jaguars camp about T. Lawrence. I think it's his time to shine.
Well, I mean, when you take finger guns out the equation, and all of a sudden, you know, the whole organization upgrades. You know, with no matter who they brought in, and they brought in Doug Peterson. So,
which great move.
Yeah.
Great move.
Perfect for Lawrence to develop because Doug Peterson is great with quarterbacks.
Perfect trainer.
Yeah. He's relevant enough and current enough now that he can adapt to the current style of NFL offense because it's basically a college offense now.
Yeah. You ain't lying.
Only like you know, the Chargers, the Bengals, but even the Chargers and Bengals when they do running plays are out of the. All right, I gotta take this guy so I can double up, and then that's.
BT. All right, I knew this was snapped out.
I'm not gonna get to pick for like 100 more picks, so I gotta take my guy now.
Yeah, Mark.
Kerry, you should have known I was taking Mooney. Well, I'm not going to get a pick for fucking another 45 minutes, and depending on who's left on the board with you or Colton, I could see Mooney disappearing before I get another shot. So. Oh, it'd have been hilarious if Nice would have actually shown up. Yo, Roger Harper, I knew Nice, as soon as Zach Morris got hurt, I knew Nice was going to disappear.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking knew it. And then Micah Becton was out for the year, and I was just like, oh, shit, here we fucking go. As soon as Zach Morris got hurt, they ain't even lost a game yet, Nice.
But, no, they went undefeated. And apparently that backup QB has been making a lot of noise.
Which one, Mike White or Joe Flacco?
Not Mike White. No, the third one.
Oh, because they all said that Joe Flacco has been looking great, but Joe Flacco's always had a really big arm, but that doesn't.
Yeah.
He had that one playoff run, so let's get off of the Joe Flacco train, please.
Yeah, I mean that's not like terribly surprising. I'm not, But no, it was the third string Jets quarterback. Every time he got in, like he led them to 2 comeback victories, 2 or 3, and he just moves the team and he scores with them every single time he's in. He played in the CFL. I mean, he's been kicking around like 4 years or so, getting in, coming out, getting in and out the league. So I don't know. I think someone's going to see this tape, and he's going to may not be the Jets, but he's going to be on an NFL roster this year.
Interesting. You'd like to see it.
Yeah, I love to see shit like that.
You like to see.
I've seen this third string guy come in and play better than. I mean, obviously we know the competition he's going against, but.
Yeah, Colton got his draft board up and active right now. I can tell.
You have a position in mind, or you got best player available in mind?
I'm not happy that you did that.
If anyone knows me, they know how high I've been on Jalen Hurts. It was either going to be a Jalen Hurts or a Kyler Murray year.
I feel you, homie. We'll see what's left, what scraps are left on the table whenever I get to pick in another hour and a half. Roger Harper, let me roll this blunt and smoke the whole thing before I get to pick again.
That sucks. Wait.
Yo, I'm too ADHD. I would be terrible in a war room in a real NFL fucking organization. Yo, Roger Harper, you should have seen when me and P used to play chess. Because he'd be so patient and shit. And I would literally try to map out everything ahead of time. And then, so the second he would make a move, I would just instantly make a move. And then, like, it wasn't a very successful strategy, but I just can't sit there and wait like that. I can now. That was like, I mean, that was a long time ago. I'm an adult now at this point in my life, and I do have patience, but like back then, good God, no, we were doing a lot of drugs too, going out all the time. Can't sit here and play chess, dude. He used to destroy me. I'd start out really well, and then I'd just kind of be like playing Grand Theft Auto, and then just be like, "Oh, you made a move? All right."
Think about who all wants to join the Survivor team that makes it to the end. Who wants? Seeing some good things. We're seeing some good things out here.
It's Buck the President, everybody.
Somebody snapped up that Kyler. Good job.
Alright, looks like I am going to get who I want.
Yeah.
Alright, this all worked out, kinda. Alright, we are... Oh boy, this is... You know what? Carrie, you're going to laugh at this one.
I'm ready.
How many rounds is this draft? I should be...
You tell me.
I don't fucking know. I feel like since I got back-to-back picks, I feel like going.
Got 7 more rounds.
All right, I'm gonna pull the most Patriots thing of all time. Watch this one.
Yeah, it looks about right. That also that clocks. That tracks for you.
Yep.
That pick tracks.
No, back-to-back picks.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No. Oh yeah. Double tight head. Yeah.
Well, that's what happens when you know that Dawson Knox isn't going to be on the board 47 picks from now. So, and that was also a defensive move. Ain't nobody else getting Dawson Knox now. Ha! That was a game of keep away, Roger Harper. And, I mean, come on. He's probably going to be on the top 3 offense. When you figure the Bills are going to be at least a top 3 offense this year. Easily. So. Yo, so Roger Harper, the first week of picks, I'm already looking ahead doing my research for the game pick'ems because I am going to three-peat. There's only...
I'm going to give my best effort this year. You might be in trouble.
Yeah, Carrie, I said it. I said it. Yeah, I'm making declarations. Week 1, there's only a couple games that you're just like, all right, I know this team's going to win this game. There's a lot of toss-ups because it's week 1. You know, but there's a lot of pretty even matchups. You know, look at game 1. It's Bills and Rams to open up the season. It's just like, well, that could go either way. I'm hearing that Matthew Stafford's arm looks great. So I'm guessing that he got stem cells because that's the only thing that was going to fix that issue.
Yeah.
some good ones. Week 1.
I know the is it Raiders and Chargers play in week 1, correct?
Yep, no, Raiders and Jaguars.
Fuck.
Sorry. No, it's not.
Yeah, no, that's not it.
I'm tripping.
Yeah, since Brian Robinson Jr. got shot, Antonio Gibson is like, I got my starting spot back, son.
This is true. Lupstacks took the booth.
Yeah, I saw Fryer move. Go off. Was a good pick. Damn good pick.
Yeah, it's about that time to start grabbing them. That's for sure.
Yep, Raiders, Chargers.
That's what I thought. Raiders and Chargers is the game that I'm going. I watch every single Justin Herbert stat, but that's the game that I was honed in on. Kerry, we didn't get to talk about it. After you pick, we'll bring this up.
Cowboys and Bucks first week. That's a good one.
The Bucks are going to destroy them.
Really?
Yeah, man. Tom Brady's one. This is it. This is the last one, no matter what. Win, lose, or draw, this is it. So, I can't see him not going all in, even though he went for an 11-day vacation. So
This is for 9.
I heard that that Tom probably had 2 wide receivers on that vacation with him, not from the Bucks, but 2 wide receivers to throw to while on vacation, still getting it work. Wouldn't surprise me at all. I'm guessing Edelman and Amendola took a trip with Tom wherever he went.
Not Antonio Brown.
Antonio Brown's too busy performing.
Yeah, he doing rap videos and shit.
You know, he's doing Rolling Loud festivals and whatnot.
Wow. Good pick, whoever just grabbed D-Hop. Good shit. That was my next one, motherfucker.
Even with, well, yeah, just stash him for
Future.
Yeah. Like I said, I literally took Dawson Knox off the board in this so that nobody else could grab a very high scoring tight end. So it's just like, nope.
Sure.
And then the Lions are going to surprise people, and you know, Hawkinson is a beast. He was a Pro Bowler.
Not wrong about that. Lions will surprise people. They got a fantastic offensive line. Like they've established the run game.
They are together as a team. The coaching staff has them working as like it looks like it's fun to play for them. And that you're always going to have a good season if it's fun. If the team is fun, and you know, Kerry, you did it in college. I did it. Roger Harper, you did it in college and the NFL. Every single season's a whole different thing. You can have as many players back, but it's a whole different vibe, there's different leadership. You know, it's just different. There's new members brought in. It's completely different. I'll take you.
Wow, we going to kick it like that? Okay. He gave you a lot of confidence. You think he's going to kick you to the gym? Think he's going to predict that? We'll see. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I respect that. They were on my list. I was looking at them. I was looking.
Well, I mean, this is a big play league, so anything over 50 yards is an extra point, and McPherson is money from at outside of 50, and Tucker's already got off the board, so I figure Bengals will scoring a lot of points, a lot of extra points, a lot of field goals. Makes sense.
There goes your boy Amon Ra.
That's a good pick. Who grabbed him, I like that dude. Always have. See, I'm just now looking at the draft results. Like, oh shit, these people are off the board. Elijah Moore, okay, Kerry. All right. You know, Roger Harper, what I'm going to end up doing is I'll create another league, and it's just going to be me, you, Carrie, and Nice.
Okay. I appreciate that.
I've been thinking about it, and because Nice isn't here either, so I can get on him and be like, yo, man, at least, like, just draft a team and then just let it auto-run for the season, for Christ's sakes.
Yeah, with it just being 4 of us, he'd still do all right.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to get your roster is going to be retarded. It's just when there's only 4, it's all about those roster moves week to week.
Mm-hmm.
Zach.
That's what's up.
Hey, Roger Harper, do me a favor.
Yo.
Put your hood on and turn it to the side so I can see what it looks like.
This is what I'm on. Thank you.
Yeah, that shit came out dope, man.
Just wait for mine.
Who else you know got Buckeyes on their hoodie?
That is ill.
Yeah, man.
Ramondre.
Yeah, Kara, I just got to figure out, like, what scheme and whatnot, what color scheme and whatnot, you know? You guys got to let me know.
Yo, Sean, I mean, you know, I could take it back collegiate days. I'd go back cool style, baby. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, just let me know, what number were you?
40.
40. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Now I know why the 40 existed, all those names.
40 don't, baby.
All right, word. So yeah, I'll make something up. It's just like with the Roger Harper Ohio State edition. It just kind of came to me.
Like a song you wrote?
Well, I was just like, I can do the hood thing with the Buckeyes because they do the Buckeyes thing, so that'll be cool. But like the logo I made out of the helmet stickers. Carrie, instead of it just being like lines, I used the Ohio State helmet stickers. That shit took me forever. But that shit looks dope though. Now that I actually see it like on, you can tell that it looks like the helmet stickers, like the.
Absolutely.
Word. Yeah, man. It's the least I can do, Roger Harper, because look what I got.
Oh, DJ Ills is in the house. That's what's up.
Oh, that's, yeah.
What up, Ills?
Ills was out the gates hot in our NFL Pick'em last season. And then, towards the end of the year, things kind of fell apart. As I started chasing people down, just hawking them down.
You weren't the only one, but I didn't make it all the way.
Well, Carrie, I know because we did this in the first year where it was just basically me and you going at it head to head, and then Nice kind of like picking some every once in a while. I knew towards the end of the year some of the picks you were making were that you were just like, I have to do this in order to make up ground.
I had to.
And that 1 week just didn't work out for you, and I was like, it's over. It's over.
Yeah, I got like a 7 or 5 or 7 or something.
Could have easily been a 14 or something, but
yeah.
That's what's fun about it is sometimes you do pick games based off of strategic things, like, all right, because you get to see You could basically, all right, I'm up. All right, yeah, we are taking you as the backup.
All right. Okay.
This guy's going to have a lot of numbers, man.
Yes, he will. You see how I roll with it.
All right, I think he'll still be there. You heard that. I think he'll still be there. Oh man. Oh, see, this is why I gave everybody 2 minutes, Kerry, because this is a decision.
I mean, you know what? Listen. Pressure bust pipes and make diamonds. So I don't want to hear that. $130, baby.
Josh Gordon got let go today.
Yes, he did.
From who?
From the Chiefs.
Chiefs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I forgot he was still.
Yeah, well, after the draft is over and we discuss everybody's draft results and whatnot, Kerry, we're going to go through some of the players who got cut today because some of them are a little bit surprising. And then some of them you're going to see that this will be the last time you'll ever see their name in the NFL. Like Josh Gordon. He should never get a shot again after this.
I'll be honest with you. I hope he doesn't. I mean, because, like, at this point, what are we doing? Like, that could go to a roster spot for someone who's ready.
Mm-hmm.
Someone who's ready to rock and roll. Instead of leaving one for someone who's gotten – I don't know if I've seen someone get this many chances in the NFL before. I've seen like, players get – I've seen other people get chances. Like, Robert Downey Jr. has gotten the most chances I think I've ever seen anyone get. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's gotten so many chances. And then he became Iron Man, and then he got it figured out. But I've never seen someone in the league get as many chances as Josh Gordon and still couldn't figure it out. Like, just imagine if Chris Carter couldn't figure it out after his Philadelphia days. We'd have been robbed of Chris Carter, who then handed it off to Randy Moss. You know what I mean? Crazy.
Yeah, Kerry, what do you think about my last pick?
Oh, I missed it. Who'd you grab?
Michael Thomas.
He was sitting there. He was someone I was thinking about too.
It was either him or Brandon Ayuk, and it was just like I just don't trust Trey Lance. To be honest with you,
just don't trust Trey Lance.
Yeah,
right.
man, it was who's throwing it to you.
It comes down to who you trust. Who you trust under center.
And we do know that Michael Thomas, when healthy, is an extremely high volume catch guy.
Oh, for sure.
So
for sure. I saw the hammy and I was like, Like, honestly, I was saving him for this moment, this time. I was like, if he's still there,
See, the way I look at it is a hamstring with Michael Thomas is not a big deal because he was never fast.
This is also true.
You know, he's very physical and tough, so that's not a big deal for me.
All right, so let me get you my dude. I'll get you my homie guy.
I mean, you're looking at the highest catch percentage in NFL history. Like, the guy, he never drops passes, ever. Literally, ever.
Right.
He doesn't make...
It's like between him and D-Hop, who don't drop passes. Like, who drops passes the least. Right.
It's just, he doesn't wow you with the amazing catches. He just makes... He's so fundamentally sound to do what he does, which is possession receiver. He's like Michael Irvin. Kinda. He's a big dude too, so he's able to, like, you know, get his hands, get the defender around behind him somewhere and get his hands. He always catches with his arms fully extended and hands out. Like I said, he's so fundamentally sound.
And his uncle is Keyshawn Johnson. I'm sorry, #1 overall pick at wide receiver.
And then you could see Michael Thomas later, maybe in a couple years, pulling a Larry Fitzgerald late career move and moving inside, and because he's so big and physical, he's an excellent run blocker. So
now, will Larry Fitzgerald officially announce his retirement, or can we just say, he's retired?
He's retired. He's so world traveled, and and whatnot. That like football's not
It's not even on his radar
at all. So
It's not
like,
even on his radar. Yeah.
I think he's into like tech companies and shit like that. So he wants to own a team,
Yeah.
which you know.
I love that for him. And we've talked about this before. Out of all the ex-players in this current pool, he is like the most likely candidate. Like, it was him or Peyton.
Yeah, Larry Fitzgerald, I think, is universally liked.
Absolutely.
Like by everyone, every player, every opponent, every coach, every fan, everyone. Everyone likes that guy.
That's a solid ass dude.
Yeah.
Solid. And then when they hear the story about his mom and why he grew his locks and why he won't cut them, I mean, that's another layer. I mean, you know, you go layer on layer with this guy. It's like, damn.
Yeah,
he's a good dude.
I mean, he was a good kid. The NFL knew about him as a child. His dad was the team reporter for the Vikings, so he was a ball boy for the Vikings as a kid. This guy's been catching footballs his whole life. Like, Jerry Rice probably mad at him, like, you ain't have to catch bricks when you was a kid, son. That's why I'm the GOAT. Yo, Kerry, you saw
Dancing with the Stars.
Yeah, you saw that Popeyes commercial he did, that ad?
Oh,
with
yeah.
the chicken wing helmet. Oh my God!
Man,
Please
sit down, Jerry.
See. See now, look at that. Brandon Ayuk is still there.
He is. If someone was going to take him, it was going to be me, but it wasn't a position of need any longer, and I just couldn't stash him for. I needed other things. My war room is pretty solid, though. I got pretty much got either great value or exactly what I wanted.
Speaking of players who are never going to see the NFL again, Kevin White got cut today by the Saints. So how is he still getting shot? I mean, he doesn't have any wear and tear on his body at all. He's never played. And I don't like this because he's a WVU guy, and he was an absolute monster in college.
Which just, I mean, if you're that much of a monster in college, you can just fall into a good game in the league eventually. You know what I mean? Like, especially during preseason. Something like this guy just.
I think the worst thing that ever happened to him was running that 4.3 at the combine. Because everyone was just like, wait a minute, you're that big and you're that fast? Because he went from, like, you know, probably second rounder or whatnot to, like, top 10 pick. And it was just like,
Yeah, but how you hurt 7 years in a row?
Yeah, shin splints in year one, and then it's just been all downhill from there.
Like, seriously, how you hurt 7 seasons in a row? Maybe all places. I just don't get it.
Colton and Kerry, but more off Colton. This pick's for you, homie.
I wanted him, but I wanted to justify getting him. I just couldn't justify pulling the trigger.
Yeah, dude.
I was hoping to just be on the waiver wire.
I'm taking a flyer on him early in the season, homie.
Feel that. Respect.
Yeah, he's just been so impressive. You see it. You see it. You're just like, oh, he's
He's punking dudes like Hines Ward, and then he's making incredible catches like Lynn Swann. Like, that is nice.
All right, what do I do from here?
Shit, Chris Olave's still out there.
That's nice. He sure is, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean. Rook. Yeah, man.
Oh, all right. See, I got a decision to make between these two, and I'm not even going to make that decision between Brandon Ayuk because he's still fucking there. Different priorities now. Shit. Who are the other wide receivers at Houston? They lost one of those young guys, didn't they? He went somewhere else, I thought. They had two young guys that kind of played well when Dougie Mills got involved.
Right. Oh, you probably think about Nico Harris.
I wanted him last time. I should just do it.
Definitely. And the other dude, the other young kid. Well, the one from Alabama, leukemia, and then there was another young kid, Kiki Cookie.
Yeah, I was just thinking, Brandon Cooks does put up a lot of fantasy numbers.
He does, just when he's healthy.
Yeah, see,
he's touch and go on that shit.
I mean, this my last. It was my last pick, so it's just like, we're just. And I was going to take Ayuk last time, and he was still there, so like I had to. That was my plan. So.
So you took Ayuk?
Yeah, just to keep him off. Just to keep him off. No, just to keep him off availability, so that when Trey Lance is not starting anymore and Jimmy G is in, that nobody can grab him off the waiver wire and make a good move. I'll just stash him on the bench for now. It's unlimited waiver wire move. It's unlimited moves in this league, so.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I remember when I told you last year that the NFL one was unlimited moves. You were like, wait a minute, what? I was like, yeah, I know, you can do as many as you want, dude. I make like 20 a week.
Crazy. All right. Yeah, I guess we'll do some assessments.
We'll do some assessments. This was fun.
Yeah.
This was fun.
So, waiting to get my last. People who pick kickers before the last pick, y'all always amaze me. Like the kicker is going to win you the chip. I mean, the kicker keep you in games. But I just can't justify picking a kicker before the last pick. I can't do it.
Well, since it's, anything over 50, there's a couple kickers that were a higher priority, guys who hit those all the time, so it's just like, yeah. McPherson, Tucker, those are guys that do that, so I could see that.
Just like, you know what I'm saying, kickers are fucking kickers.
And then
never changed for me. They're kickers. So I get confused. But I know what one thing is. Kicking in that thin air. Put the ball somewhere. Here we go.
He said, I have a game plan, I'm sticking to it.
Dangerous will one position more times than not. So thank you, Dangerous.
Who is going to be Mr. Irrelevant?
Oh, yeah.
I fucking knew Colt was going to take Drake London. I fucking knew it, because him and I had this conversation. He asked me some questions about Drake London.
I looked at Drake London too. I was thinking if I'm gonna, but also, like, for my money, the only receiver I could justify getting off of Atlanta was Kyle Pitts, because he gonna get the lion's share of targets.
100%.
Shit, who's on the outside?
100%.
Marcus Mariota knows better.
Calvin Ridley's going to be one of those guys that just probably won't make his way back into the league. You saw what happened to him?
Yo, yeah, man. Like, that's another cautionary tale. Like, what?
He just keeps finding himself in bad situations.
What are you doing, homie? What are you literally doing? What are you doing? It's not making any sense. All right.
So Brian Robinson,
shot twice in the lower leg.
They tried to steal his phone or something, and he said no. And then he kind of scuffled and took off running, and they shot him as he was running away.
Well, two things. What kind of phone he got that they wanted it so bad?
Well, I mean, I imagine they tried to take all his shit.
What kind of phone he got that he just wasn't like, here, fuck it, whatever. I'm in the league now. I'll get another one. I got all my contacts is in the cloud. Here you go. Whatever. Like, I'm going to call my shit immediately. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to risk it all for a fucking phone. I'm sorry. And if it's more than one and He's in D.C. You gotta know they got guns. Like know where you are. So yeah, I'm just gonna be like, there you go, fellas. Hey, come check out the game. You know what I'm saying? Hey, beyond this, you know what I'm saying? Come fuck with me. I'll get you game tickets. I'll forgive this. I play for the Commanders now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just gotta be smart. Like, hey, this is all you're gonna get because I ain't got no money. There you go. But and like, you can switch the situation for yourself around if you're smart. But he ain't got that street smarts.
All right, so draft recap.
Talk to me.
Well, I mean, Jonathan Taylor being the number 1 overall pick, is anybody surprised at all? No. Especially you have like an adult in the room now that's not going to change the running plays and then throw double ankle twist over the shoulder interceptions in the end zone.
You have someone on that team who's going to want to hand the ball off to a stud behind him. Yeah. Matthew Ice Cream just wants to complete third downs.
I'm a little bit surprised Christian McCaffrey does go number 2 overall given his injury history.
True.
But he, like we said, that's that Priest Holmes, Adrian Peterson.
Yeah.
Like, they have a history of being a...
Clayton Portis had a couple years.
Yeah, well, yeah, anybody in Denver, really.
Yeah, basically.
Patrick Mahomes going in the first round. A little bit surprising.
Yeah. I mean, not to say he won't have a good year, just that you could have got him later. Like, I love, like, there was an early shot for Herbert, an early shot for Allen. Cool. But, like, if you get the same production off of let's say, a Kirk Cousins in round 13 or round 15 versus round 4, was it worth it?
Kerry getting Justin Jefferson at 6 is a high value pick.
Damn.
You took him over top of Cooper Kupp, who was also available. Interesting.
I did.
You think Allen Robinson's going to take some catches away from Cooper Kupp this year?
And who has Allen Robinson?
He can give me all those catches.
I had a plan. I was like, if Cooper Kupp and Justin Jefferson is there, I'm going to take Justin Jefferson, but I will also take Allen Robinson.
All right, round 2. The Hang Gliders getting Cooper Kupp and then Austin Eckler at 8 and 9. That is a fantastic swing.
That is all. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was list for sure. Because I almost took Eckler first, but I couldn't pass Justin Jefferson.
Nah, getting those guys back to back was huge. You got my guy from last year, Naj.
Yeah.
You're going to get some solid numbers out of him.
My first year having him, so we'll see.
Lumps next against Joe Mixon. That's a big pickup because Joe Mixon does put up numbers in both aspects. And then I'm not surprised Tom Brady's off the board in the second round early because he is going to put up huge numbers. Their offense is retarded. All right. Even though they had Chubb ranked at 22nd, I also, Kerry, you know it too, Kareem Hunt's usage is going to go down this year, and Chubb's is going to go up and be more of a feature back.
Yep.
And especially with Briskets as the quarterback for the first 11 games of the season, Chubb Rocky is going to get featured. So he was there, and if he wasn't, then you were going to take him.
Motherfucking right, I was.
You're guaranteed. So Travis Kelce, first tight end off the board.
Yeah, I was looking at him.
Not surprised. Without Tyreek Hill there, he's going to get his numbers are probably going to increase. Buck taking Saquon Barkley. That's a lot of faith that he will stay healthy.
A lot of faith.
A lot of faith. I knew Lump I knew Lumps.
Could be a big reward, though. Could be a big reward.
I knew Colton was going to take Keenan Allen because we talked about it. So, not surprised. And then, knowing it's a snake draft, I knew that Herbert wasn't even going to be there when it was my turn next. So, it's like, do you take Nick Chubb or do you go ahead and get Herbert because he's your guy? Knowing what Chubb is, and then I'm going to be able to get a good quarterback anyway. So, it's just like, I'm definitely taking Chubb. Josh Allen goes off the board in the third round. Not surprised at all. This guy, the Hang Gliders had themselves...
That was a little high.
Yeah, but I'm looking at it as an absolute fantastic draft right now. Josh Allen, Debo... Cooper Kupp and Austin Eckler. Eek.
Oh, Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That is...
Oh, so he was just solidifying the... Okay.
Yeah, man. Whew. So, round 4, this is where things start getting interesting. Mike Evans is a hit-and-miss guy, but you're smart. You know to take him out every other week because that's how the Bucs have an embarrassment of riches so much that Tom Brady will just feed a guy for one game. Yeah, you're getting 3 touchdowns today. And then next week we're going to this guy because everybody's got to eat. James Conner going off in the 4th round.
That's a fixed or famine move.
Yeah. Could work out for you, could not. Like I said, I knew Colton was taking Justin Herbert. Mark Andrews makes sense. A lot of sense. Michael Pittman Jr., interesting. I'm really interested to see if he does take that leap into being, like, the guy.
He really, like, he has no choice. So if he doesn't...
Yeah, that's interesting.
He really has no choice at this point. Like, it's set up for him to be the guy.
Me getting A.J. Brown in the back end of the fourth round is a gift because he is somebody that I had targeted from the beginning because he's playing with his best friend now. Are you kidding me? This guy's going to be an absolute monster.
I know.
And then, I wasn't even paying attention, so at this point, since Herbert was gone, I'm definitely taking whatever quarterback is on my list next before I know I lose that guy too. I'm not getting stuck with Kirk Cousins, goddammit.
It's because you don't like him.
Yeah.
And you're thinking about his real football play versus fantasy play, where he's a damn good fantasy player.
Javonte Williams going off the board. Nice. That was a bench running back that I was looking at. Lump Snacks taking Deontay Johnson. I wonder, didn't he just get hurt? Was it anything serious? I don't think it was. Him and TJ Watt both.
Serious. Yeah, but nothing serious.
I just think that George Pickens is such a beast that Deontay Johnson's numbers are going to not continue to rise. And also Chase Claypool is going to be featured less and less in that offense.
It's going to be the real number one. Is it going to be Deontay or is it going to be George?
If it's George, that'll be better for Deontay Johnson.
Yeah, we know it's not Claypool.
No, that'll be better for both of them because Deontay could be the number 2 and Claypool could slide to number 3 because he's not a number 1.
He's not. Nope.
He's like that hybrid tight end that doesn't block, but they just have him at wide receiver for some reason.
Yeah, it could be. Dirk Diggler blocked a little bit, but the other one, 44, who was on the Colts after Diggler. You know what I'm talking about. He was an Iowa Hawkeye. 44.
Not Noah Fant. It was the other one.
No, white dude. He was right after Diggler.
Okay.
Damn good.
I am surprised to see Ezekiel Elliott go off the board so early. Interesting. I see you got Kyle Pitts. Good for you. Darren Waller, see, that's a high volume. But Chucky's not there now, so he's not going to get 26 targets a game. And Devontae is.
And Hunt. And so that's why, I mean, because Waller was there, and I love Waller, but I know Pitts is the number one guy in Atlanta.
I see you took Dameon Pierce, you son of a...
I'm trying to get him in every league. So
yeah,
he's one of those ones.
I know.
He's like one of those, always talking like a rookie or two. Like George Pickens, my other rookie, and Olave's my dark horse rookie. But this kid in Houston, he's my number one rookie I'm trying to get in every league.
Well, I do see, like, I guess we could have made trades during that 10-minute thing. Shit. Now I don't have the draft list up. Fuck. Anyway, George Pickens was another guy that was on my list. All right, here we go. I get to look at everybody's team. All right, so, Carey. Jalen Hurts, good pick. Good pick because he does get rushing yards and rushing TDs. Derek Carr, solid backup. Very smart.
I can't get the quarterback.
Jefferson and Mike Evans. Mike Evans, you're going to get double-digit touchdowns and 1,000 yards. It's going to happen. Like I said, you just have to figure out which week. If you get it right, feast at all times. Najee, great pickup. I had Mike Evans and Najee on my fantasy team last year, so.
Oh, yeah, you sure did.
Yeah, DeAndre Swift, interesting.
Because he always catches the rock out of the backfield.
They have a great offensive line, so that makes a lot of sense. And then Pierce, we talked about that earlier. I was looking at him. McManus, hilarious. Chargers defense, because it's a scoring league, so sacks, turnovers, makes sense.
Yep.
I see what you're doing over here. Davian Harris is interesting because I actually think that Ramondo Stevenson's actually going to be the feature back for most of the season.
This is what I'm banking on. I'm banking on that, and that's fine. Ramondre can get all the touches he wants, but there's going to be games where there's going to be a stretch of like 4 or 5 weeks where Harris is going to eat. And we'll be like, oh, shit, I guess he got the job back. Plus, he catches out of the backfield, and Mac Jones likes him. So.
Yeah, I could see Allen Robinson. That pick made sense. Elijah Moore, that was surprising to me.
Yeah, what? Because this is what now, Elijah Moore was a straight up I was hedging bets on this one because he can be like a way better Jamison Crowder, and I know that Joe Flacco is starting for the Jets, and he was the one who started getting Elijah Moore involved in the offense when he got in last year. So I'm banking on that connection. We'll see. It was a roll of the dice, but I'd rather that roll than Brandon Ayuk, to be honest.
I rolled Brandon Ayuk was my last pick, but we could see he's definitely not starting in week 1, and he might be a waiver wire move quick. Because it was just, like I said, he was just, at this point, it's just a roster filler at the end. All right.
Dallas. The tight end, Colts. Dallas.
Clark? No.
Dallas Clark. There it is.
Oh, Dallas Clark. Hunter Henry, that's good. I had him towards the back end of last year because at the back end of last year, him and Mac Jones really it was a lot of touchdowns. It was a lot of touchdowns.
Next door neighbors. They were hanging out this whole off season. Yeah, and for where I got him as my second tight end, he could easily be my first tight end.
All right, Colton's roster. Basically looks like a roster that I would have built. Thanks, Colton. Hey, you got my guy. You got Herbert.
I know.
Herbert's going to lead the NFL in everything this year.
He's going to be the MVP of the league.
Yeah, his numbers are going to be out. He was the highest scoring fantasy guy in non-PPR leagues last year, and he's only going to get better.
Oh, trust me, I had him last year.
Yeah.
Trust. I was like,
I did too.
I could get him. I was like, this is the only I could probably get him, so let me get him now.
Keenan Allen makes sense because that's the double up move. It's just, Justin, that offense is so good, and Keenan Allen doesn't really score a lot of touchdowns. He does get a lot of catches, though. Deontay Johnson, that's a Pittsburgh guy. He did Derrick Henry, though. So if Derrick Henry is Derrick Henry,
It's going to be a beastie season.
Yeah, you're going to win games with him when you're in. And he also so his backfield is Derrick Henry and Joe Mixon. So that is very formidable in the fantasy world.
Yes.
And then George Kittle at tight end. DJ Moore at wide receiver. We'll see how it works with Baker.
Yeah, I'm interested to see that.
Because he does get in the end zone and put up fantasy points, but it's a whole different quarterback.
A really good receiver who just hasn't had a good quarterback.
Yeah, interesting. Tyler Bass at kicker makes sense because they are going to score. From Buffalo, it makes a lot of sense. They're going to score a lot of points. New Orleans defense, traditionally ranked very high. Cordell Patterson on the bench is big because that guy does everything in Atlanta. Hopkins on the bench, even though he's suspended.
He took I was trying to get Hop. I could have easily went before, like D-Hop. That was a good one. That was the one I wanted.
Miles Sanders on the bench, interesting. We'll see what he does. Kirk Cousins is a solid backup quarterback because he is going to put up fucking 30 touchdowns and 4,000 yards.
4,000 plus yards. Easy.
And then Drake London, a flyer on Drake London because why not?
Yep.
Why not? The Chupacabras, Lamar Jackson. Makes sense. He runs a lot.
Yeah, that was a good pick.
Michael Pittman and Cortland Sutton at wide receivers. Interesting. Because we have to see with Russ at quarterback what it's going to be. Like, who's Russ's guy? Because Tyler Lockett used to be Russ's guy.
Yes.
Who's going to be Russ's guy in Denver? And I don't think it's going to be Cortland Sutton.
It's going to be Judy.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Who's going to be his guy?
But it could easily be KJ Hamler.
Yeah, exactly. Christian McCaffrey, if he's healthy, he's a fantasy darling. Christian McCaffrey and Aaron Jones is interesting because Aaron Jones is going to lose carries this year to A.J. Dillon for sure. But Aaron Jones is the third down back. So,
but also it's like he's their best receiver on the team.
Yeah.
So
he's going to get work. Travis Kelce, yeah, that guy's awesome. Javonte Williams, everybody, I know you were looking if he's around during this round, and I have a need, I'm going to take this guy.
That's the second.
DK Metcalf is interesting because Geno Smith is a fucking quarterback, and Geno's going to feed DK, but he's also going to throw a lot of interceptions.
He is ass.
Yeah. And then he also got my guy, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Did.
For the last 6 games of the NFL, I think he had he might have had 6 touchdowns. He got busy at the end of the year. And then Aaron Rodgers as your bench quarterback is not a bad deal because it is Aaron Rodgers, and until he plays a roster that is far superior in the playoffs, he wins. It's just once he goes up against another roster that is far superior to his own roster, which is usually all the time, once you hit the playoffs, then he loses. I mean, that's just is what it is. He can only overcome so much. It's like if you look at Tom Brady, his Super Bowl years, the first 3, their defense was one of the best defenses in the league. Aaron Rodgers doesn't have a top-ranked defense like that. He does this year.
Yes.
But traditionally, no. And then when the Patriots shifted to high-level offense, it was an offense built specifically to what Tom Brady does. Gronk, James White, Edelman, Amendola, slot receivers. The wide receivers in New England wasn't really a big focus until Randy Moss got there for 4 seasons. Other than that, it was Kembrell Thompson's, for Christ's sakes. Troy Brown, Dayon Branch, David Givens. I mean, there's just a laundry list of just people that won Super Bowls.
Giants.
Yeah, so, but there's always that slot. Tight end, the most dominant tight end ever. So they shifted the offense to focus, and then it's just other teams, and they just don't do that shit. So what's going to happen now with Russ in Denver? How's it going to work? Have you seen the things he's been doing? Showed up to training camp in his own uniform. He's wearing his own jersey.
Oh.
Like, he wore his own jersey driving to camp. Like, getting gas in the car. It's Russell Wilson wearing a Russell Wilson jersey.
Well, I understand that. Like, I don't wear another man's jersey.
I know, but would you ever wear your own?
Yeah.
It looks like
me.
I know, but it looks like a sitcom.
Oh, I mean, like, I would wear it, like, on the field. I wouldn't wear it just, like...
No, he's on his way to the camp. Like, you know, he put this on as an outfit.
Well, I mean, you know, it's a new camp.
To leave the crib, get in the rolls, and drive to camp, and he
doesn't want to assume everybody knows his name. He's just different. He's different like that.
I mean, you know, he does practice reps with no ball, with no team. He has a huddle, and he breaks the huddle and everything.
Yeah.
Russell Wilson plays football like he's 9 years old.
Which is why he's so damn good.
Yeah, I don't think Brett Favre was ever breaking imaginary huddles and shit like that.
Brett Favre didn't even know what nickel defense was.
Brett Favre played football like he was 9 years old too, but
years into the league, he was years into the league and didn't know what nickel defense was. And then he finally asked, and someone was like, "Oh yeah, they just put an extra DB," and he was like, "Oh, that's it? That's it?"
All right, so
It'd be amazing.
Danibus with the Feast or Famine roster. I like it.
Ills.
Patrick Mahomes, that was a very early pick. Devontae Adams, probably going to have a big year. Might not be this year he has a big year. It might take some time to get worked into a whole new, game time with a new quarterback. Even if that's your boy, it's different. Him and Aaron literally was unwritten communication. They were on the same page at all times. It takes a while to build that. Mike Williams is his other wide receiver. That's the touchdown guy for the Chargers. Playoff Lenny at running back. That's an interesting pick.
It is. I'm staying away from him this year.
And then James Conner is your other running back. That's an interesting backfield. Dallas Goedert at tight end. Makes sense. And then he got Waddle.
I know. I was looking at him, too. I was like, big play. I was like, oh, if Waddle is there when I'm up, grab it. And snap.
Adam Thielen and Chris Godwin on the bench makes sense because Godwin, it's going to take him a while to get up to full speed and whatnot. He might not even – I don't know if he's actually playing in week 1 or not. We'll see. Eli Mitchell, grabbing Eli Mitchell in the draft is interesting because you don't know who the back for San Francisco is going to be.
Ray Sermon, could be Mitch, it could be anybody, could be me.
Yeah. I think I played a couple downs last year for the Niners at running back, dude. And it just it happens. All right. Buck the President, Kyler Murray at quarterback. It's good to start the season, but once Call of Duty comes out, homie, you better dump him for somebody else. Ja'Marr Chase was his number 1 overall pick. That guy's going to have monstrous numbers. Jerry Jeudy, me and Kerry both agree that, that guy's going to he should take a leap forward having Russ at quarterback.
Yep.
Alvin Kamara is interesting at running back because he's out for 6 games? Or 4? He's suspended for the first couple games of the year. So that's interesting. And then Saquon, that's taking a flyer on that guy. Having Mark Andrews is big because they don't have wide receivers that they ever throw it to. So
they got Bateman out there. Like I so desperate. I want to take Bateman. I just got to see how they gonna use him because the guy's talented, and I believe he can be a number 1 in this league.
Julio Jones is interesting because it's another player that I look at, but I also think to myself, is he actually going to get into the end zone because he's with Tom now?
And I'm like, is he gonna take Mike Evans' end zone touch away? But Mike Evans is so proficient, I just can't see it. I mean, like Gronk still got his, but Mike Evans still got his. So maybe Julio slots into like more of the Gronk roll down by the end zone, and he'll just get like what Gronk would get, and then Evans will still get his.
Yeah, interesting. The Rams defense makes sense. They're absolutely fucking loaded. Juju's a good pick if we see how it works, because it might be awesome. Juju's great to have on the field for an actual football game. This is fantasy football we're playing here, you know.
But I will say this: Juju immediately helps their run game. So I actually look for the running backs for Kansas City to be.
That's what I'm saying. He's like a real life football player. You know,
Correct.
like he blocks. He's so physical and he likes to block. David Montgomery, yeah, that's a fantasy guy. Jarvis Landry in New Orleans, interesting. We'll see how he gets used there. You know, that's what I'm saying. New people, new faces in new places. You got to kind of see how it's going to work the first couple games. Because, it takes time to get the flow of things, but also it might not work. Julio in Tennessee didn't work.
Emmanuel Sanders didn't exactly work in New Orleans.
Julio Jones did not work in Tennessee at all. It just didn't work. You know, Randy Moss didn't work for the Raiders. And then went to have the most retarded numbers ever for New England. So, sometimes it just doesn't work. So, we'll see. Juju, though, I would love to have him on my actual football team, though.
Yes.
Jameis Winston as the backup quarterback. Interesting. Evan Ingram as a backup tight end.
He was going to be mine. But, I mean, I had Carr there, so. Yeah. And I know what that offense is going to look like more so than I know what the Saints will look like.
All right, Emmanuel, the one who was talking shit. Tom Brady at quarterback. Yeah. Tyreek Hill. We'll see. I mean, it's Tyreek Hill. He's faster than everyone. So it's Hunter Renfrow. Yeah, that guy is. That's another guy who plays football like he's 9 years old. He just makes up routes.
He just makes some shits up as he goes.
I think they just do it timing. You've got 3.5 seconds until the ball's released, so just figure it out.
If you could do that, if you could get to that spot, that hash mark, by that time, do whatever the fuck you want.
Whatever you want to do. Dalvin Cook is an interesting one because will he stay healthy? A.J. Dillon, got a split time with Aaron Jones, but his usage will increase, and he's the power back, so if they get close to the goal line, he's getting the ball. Zach Ertz, tight end. Okay, he did grab CeeDee Lamb. Interesting. Somebody grabbed CeeDee Lamb.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's bound to happen.
Taking Dallas's defense. We'll see if Diggs can have another double-digit interception season.
On Diggs and Parsons.
Yeah, Parsons is all-time great potential. So we shall see. And then he grabbed Amari Cooper. Interesting. Matthew Stafford as your bench quarterback. Awesome. And then Devin Singletary as running back. It's another team where you just kind of don't know who's going to be the running back each week. And they don't really run the ball anyway.
They like the rookie kid out there, too.
And plus, Josh Allen's pretty much their best running back.
Yes, he is.
So, all right. The Hang Gliders had one hell of a draft, if you ask me. Josh Allen, Cooper Kupp, Deebo Samuel, Austin Eckler. Ooh, top heavy. Ooh.
Murderer row.
Darren Waller also. Scary Terry, Justin Tucker.
Yeah.
The only questionable one to me is, like I said, Zeke, because Tony Pollard is actually a better running back at this point in their careers than Zeke is. So, interesting. But he does have Antonio Gibson, who is now Washington's number one running back. So, Tyler Lockett, if this was last year, I would say that's a great pick. But that's Russ's guy. Russ isn't there. Christian Kirk in Jacksonville is interesting because Chenault's not there anymore, so usage increase, that's for sure. And then Higbee is your tight end. That'll work out because they got on the same page towards the back end of the season. And then now we look at the winning roster. Burrow, big numbers, huge offense. Stay on the field, huge numbers. Diggs and A.J. Brown, big fantasy number guys. Even though we have to see what A.J. Brown's going to do, but I think A.J. Brown's the type of receiver that wherever he goes, he just does what he does.
Yeah, I feel that way too.
Yeah, you know.
So they'll figure it out.
I do think I have the most formidable running back tandem in the league. Jonathan Taylor and Chubb Rock. Yeah, that's pretty fucking big. And then, you know, the back-to-back. It's pretty big, dude. The back-to-back tight end, so I can go either way, Hawkinson or Dalton Knox, depending on who the matchup is and whatnot. That was just it was available and in front of me. The draft is set up like this. Yes, whatever. I didn't want anyone else to get Dawson Knox.
It was very picturesque.
Yeah, and I had to do it. T. Higgins, that's me doubling up because T's your guy and I got Burrow. T was not going to be my guy, but since I got Burrow, he's now my guy. And Evan McPherson, so I am heavy on the Bengals over here. Interesting. Colts defense, number one scoring defense in football. I will take that. And then my guy, I got Darnell Mooney. That was big because him and Justin Fields are just on the same page.
Yeah.
He might not even be a top 15 wide receiver in the NFL. Maybe even not even top 20. But that's Justin Fields' guy. And then Allen Robinson's not there anymore, so who else is he throwing it to?
Yeah. He'll throw it even in his direction if he feels like he'll be there. They do have another receiver out there, though, a vet.
Yeah, they have to.
His name is slipping my mind, though, but like a good vet, and he should make a difference.
And then we're just getting into vanity picks towards the back end. Russell Wilson as a backup QB. I might actually start him in week 1 because they play the Seahawks, and the Seahawks are going to be terrible. You know, so Russ might just go off in week 1.
Have they named the starter yet?
Not Drew Lock.
You know?
Yeah. They said that they did. We'll get into that in a second because you're going to like their reasoning behind this. Michael Thomas, that's a high volume guy for me to get in the back end of the draft. Awesome. George Pickens, that's faith in what I see on film.
Yep.
That guy is a beast.
Yep.
And then honestly, Brandon Ayuk might not stay on my roster very long because I don't really trust in Trey Lance. I just want to see he's last pick for me. So if it starts to work out with Trey Lance and he really does start to maybe he's just a gamer and it starts to work out, then it'll be like, all right, that worked. If not, whatever, I'll dump him. All right, so let's get into some real football. Let's get into some real football, homie. So, I just had this fucking shit up. What were we just talking about? Fuck, I smoked too much weed. Seahawks.
Yeah.
So, Drew Lock played absolutely terrible in the preseason. Had 3 picks in his last outing in a preseason game. So, Pete Carroll said, and I quote, "We wanted Drew Lock to be our starter, but Geno earned the job." He's not enthusiastic about this at all. So, Drew Lock, it's a wrap for you, homie. This was probably your last chance at starter opportunities. You better give Chase Daniels a call and ask him how he lasted 16 years in the NFL and is still on a roster.
Yep.
He's made, nearly $20 to $30 million and has played like
A whole lot of his friends.
like 6 snaps in the NFL or something retarded.
I mean, they throw him a game, depending on which team he's on. He's played 14 of them. They'll throw him a last game bone.
Yeah,
They'll do that.
he got some burn in New Orleans. I remember him getting in every once in a while.
They'll get some last game bones thrown to him.
Yeah, so Geno is the starter, so you might want to take Denver's defense in week 1 because Geno is a turnover machine. You are getting at least 2 picks from him. Like, at least a pick and a fumble. Like, you're getting 2 turnovers from Geno himself. So, the Vikings traded Jesse Davis to the Steelers, offensive lineman. Yeah, whatever. This is who got cut by the Raiders. Leatherwood.
Alex Leatherwood, the reach.
Mm-hmm.
I saw one preseason game and they were talking about like how he was on the struggle bus.
Mm-hmm. Leatherwood is the one who got released. I knew that you would react like that because it's just like that guy was a fucking first-round draft pick, and he shouldn't have been.
Shouldn't have been. We were like, Alex Leatherwood, what?
The whole world was like, wait a minute, what? Really?
Yeah, that was some super dumb Chucky bullshit.
Yeah, so stupid.
I believe that dude should have went there.
Let's see. Another cut that was surprising. Why it's still in my brain. Philip Lindsay got cut. Yeah. Interesting, right?
He'll end up somewhere.
Yeah, I know. That's why I'm saying there was a couple players you're like, well, he's definitely going somewhere else.
Yeah.
It just, when you see that lets you know that there's somebody else on the roster that took that guy's gerb.
Yeah.
Like some young guy that no one ever heard of came in and took his gerb.
Gerb.
Yeah, the Raiders trading Chenault to the Panthers only helps Baker in the long run.
I just was wondering why the Jags did that.
Maybe he didn't fit in the whole Peterson thing.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, he's a talented guy. He could do a couple different things. I don't. Yeah. If it's not a fit, it's not a fit. But.
Yeah. It's not my guy. I didn't bring you here. You know how that shit happens. Like, so interesting. He is talented.
Yeah.
The Packers trading an offensive lineman to anyone is surprising. The Packers, I don't think they actually try. I don't think they try. I think they think that if you have the best quarterback that you're just supposed to win the Super Bowl. And they've always just been so quarterback heavy and dominant that they don't try anywhere else. It's completely baffling. So the Raiders traded Nick Mullins to the Vikings, and the Vikings get rid of your guy. Kellen Mond does go to the Raiders now, but yeah, he's going to battle for the backup spot with Sean Mannion at this point, is what it says. So
win that.
He can win that, but that shows you that Kellen Mond that's another thing. It probably just didn't fit. And then the Vikings re-upped on the whole Captain Kurt thing, so it's just like, all right, I'm out of here. A lot of linemen getting traded, so those are just, we need a roster spot filled. Somebody got hurt.
Fill it with linemen. That's a smart move.
Yeah, you need depth on both lines. Completely. The Raiders did a lot of moves here at the end. They also traded another corner.
You had to undo some Chucky shit.
Yeah. The Eagles, they got rid of Arcega-Whiteside. So,
Really?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They kind of purged their wide receiver room, getting rid of Devin Allen and Whiteside.
Whiteside should go to the Colts.
Yeah. That would make sense.
Damn. I'm trying to be in Indianapolis. Damn.
John Gruden, headline. John Gruden says the emails were very shameful, but I'm a good person, and he hopes to get another shot. Chucky, you're not getting another shot. Maybe in the booth, because Urban Meyer is back on the road for ABC, I think, college football this season. ESPN.
Jay Gruden got a job with the Rams as a consultant. Like, as a remote consultant.
Well, what's interesting of having Urban Meyer involved is, do you not think on College Game Day that there's not going to be signs of like finger guns and shit being waved in the background? Dude, they have like signs that move and shit now, so you're not going to see like fingers, like a hand moving into a butt and stuff. Like, it's going to be brutal.
It's going to be hilarious.
How in the world did he get a job so quick? You can't take a year off, Urban. Didn't he retire from coaching because of like
that's some heart shit?
Heart shit. Yeah. Can't you just like do that again? All right, let's continue going through the cuts. We were very early in when Roger Harper popped in. The Ravens cut Daryl Worley, WVU guy, and used to start for the Raiders. And then they also cut safety Tony Jefferson. So I would see Tony Jefferson landing somewhere else.
Tony Jefferson's a thumper.
Yeah. He'll get it in. Kenyon Drake did visit the Ravens team facilities recently. And is expected to be signed. So Drake to the Ravens. Okay.
Well, that just says that they don't believe that J.K. Dobbins is ready. Also, they got devastated in their running back room, so they like every running back. Come here.
You can put Drake out at slot for plays too, so you can motion him out and he could be a receiver, so it works. I said this before you popped in. Tre'Davious White, injured reserve, and is going to miss at least 4 games for the Bills with an ACL strain. So that's their number one corner missing 4 games. That's never fun.
Okay.
Yeah, and then also how many weeks until he's actually up to full?
Right.
What, 8 weeks before he's at full go?
9, he could finally go, but then it's going to be a shoulder.
Yeah, exactly. The Bills cut O.J. Howard. They cut your guy.
He's never panned out. But you know who I will never, ever draft? Irv fucking Smith.
Never.
He drafted that dude. Ever.
Matt Barkley does not make an NFL roster.
Wow. I am thinly surprised.
That might be his last shot.
Probably.
Should be.
He's been around longer than expected, though.
Yeah.
Some game checks.
It's just, there's so many young, every year new ones. They're cheaper. Mario Edwards gets cut from the Bears. I'm surprised he was still in the NFL. Let's see. Jake Browning gets cut. So this is what I was saying earlier. There are some players who this was probably their last shot in the NFL, because if you're like a high draft pick quarterback and you don't land as a good backup, because you're a high draft pick, it's hard for you to be a good backup. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's only 26, but he's probably selling insurance in 2 weeks. Yeah, it's not over for any of these people by any means whatsoever. The XFL exists now, so you can go ball out, and then some teams will be like, oh, well, shit, look at this.
Look at the returner kid from Dallas.
Yeah, 7 different teams in 7 years or something crazy. The Bengals also cut Thaddeus Moss. Now, do you think this is because of that play that made him expendable?
Well, not in the last preseason game. He scored a touchdown.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know. I
don't know.
I thought he left LSU too early, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, he was trying to like roll off of the vibe that he just wanted to chip with all these cats, and like he could catch lightning in a bottle too. He didn't want to Cardell Jones himself.
So the Rosen one gets cut from the from the Browns roster. We should never hear his name again in the NFL, to be honest with you. The fact that they even had him in camp was befuddling to me. But
like he's Wall Street, bro.
Yeah, dude. Will Greer gets cut by the Cowboys. That's my guy right there.
Full the thrill. He can't stick on. He could come to the G's. I mean, Tyrod is going to be out for a while. We know that.
I just don't think Will is a backup quarterback. He's either the starter or he's not in the NFL. It seems like he's like... I don't know if he'll ever get his shot. They also cut...
So basically, he's Uncle Rico. Got it.
Yeah. The Cowboys cut Will Greer, Cooper Rush, and Ben DiNucci. Boy, they liquidated their quarterback room.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's backup.
They're actually, it says that they're going to bring Cooper Rush back on in a different contract. So that's them being like, we'll bring you back if it's cheaper. If not, we'll just get anybody.
Cooper Rush is better than Ben DiNucci. I will say that.
Yes, Cooper Rush actually won a couple games, or won a game for them, didn't he?
Shit, they should have brought back Garrett Gilbert. He was the best backup they had the last few years.
Let's see. Devin Funches did not make an NFL roster at tight end. Not surprising.
But I applaud the effort him coming back.
Yes. Marlon Mack got cut by the Texans because the kid is the guy now.
Yep.
Let's see. Anybody else of note? Derrick Rivers got hurt again. Big fucking surprise. That was the Patriots draft pick that just can't stay out of the training room. How long is this guy?
Did David Johnson retire?
I don't know.
I remember him always the Texans. Where's David Johnson?
I don't know. Like I said earlier, Philip Lindsay got cut. He'll end up somewhere else. And Kiki Kuti, the Colts, who are starved for wide receivers, cut him. So I think it just didn't work in that system because he could play. Josh Gordon, that's another name that should never be on a roster again. That's a fan-controlled football player. Go do that, like with what T.O. did.
I can't tell you the amount of seasons I believed in this guy. Like we've been trying to rock with Josh Gordon since when? Like 2014.
I mean,
like it's been years.
Come on, son. He led the NFL in wide receiving yards, only playing 14 games, and he played for the Browns. Dude, he played for the Browns.
And, like...
Keelan Cole gets cut.
Man, remember when Braylon Edwards looks like he was about to be up next? Just do it. Cleveland will do it till you want it.
It will. Keelan Cole gets cut by the Raiders, so he didn't even make it through their camp. I wouldn't be surprised if now that Chenault's gone, if Keelan Cole doesn't go back to Jacksonville. It just makes sense. The biggest surprise was Leatherwood getting cut from the Raiders, though. That's so much draft capital to have given up on already.
I'm fucked up, but it's like okay, just purging the fuck up of Mike Mayock and fucking Chucky.
Mike Mayock was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Let's see. Anybody else of note? It's funny because this says notable roster cuts, and I don't know 80% of these people. Oh, wow. So J.J. Taylor got cut by the Patriots, which is surprising because that kid is very small. But every time he's on the field, he produces. Every single time.
Like, what is it, 5'8", 5'9"?
He's so tiny. He's not big either. He's very tiny. And I don't think he's good like James White, third down back good. I think he's an actual running back. He's just very small. But, dude, every time he gets in a game, last season and preseason, he gets busy. He could really play. He's like Napoleon Kaufman. Like, he could really play, dude. He's just so tiny.
Napoleon Kaufman. He was healthy. That was the thing. He didn't stay healthy. But when he was, 92-yard touchdown runs.
Yeah, J.J. Taylor can play. They also cut Justin Bethel. The only reason that makes any sense, any note, is he's an all-pro special teams player and has been for years. And for a couple years, they had Justin Bethel. They had both all-pro special teams players and Matthew Slater. The Patriots did. So, like, it's probably you're old and you cost too much. We'll get one of these young kids to do this. Ian Book gets cut. Didn't he play in Notre Dame? Yeah. The Saints also cut Taco Charlton, but I believe he's just really overweight. And John Bostic also got cut. He might land somewhere if there's an injury, and it's scheme specific. All right, Davis Webb. You guys cut Davis Webb.
Which is odd to me.
It says he's going to be on the practice squad.
Okay.
Interesting. You guys still got a lot of cuts to go, though. Yeah, apparently. Tevin Coleman gets cut from the Jets. He probably won't be in the NFL again. For the Eagles, Greg Ward is on injured reserve, so that's at least 6 games without him.
Oops.
Yeah, he can play, though. He could play.
Quarterback wide out.
See, this is what I'm saying. With Greg Ward getting hurt for at least 6 games, the fact that they cut Devin Allen is interesting because he was productive in the preseason. I don't care who's guarding him. He runs like a 4.1 something. And he's also has sprinter speed carry, and you understand what that means. That means from 25 yards to like 60, that's where he really picks it up. It's not the first burst. Yeah, it's not the first burst, which is most football players, because it's all about quick burst in that first couple seconds. With him, if the quarterback gets a full 7-step drop and has enough, from 25 to 60, he's burning everybody. That's Olympic speed. He'll land somewhere else. Go to the Patriots, dude. Even though Mac doesn't have a big arm, though, so it's just like, can you even really use that? Yeah, but you need somebody that can, like, that's like, Tyreek going to Miami is interesting because Tua just doesn't have a 75-yard arm.
Right, because they kept showing that bomb, but Tyreek had to dive. If that were Mahomes, he would have been running in the end zone.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to make completions because he's going to get behind secondaries, but they're not going to be touchdowns because he's going to have to stop for it. Because Tua does throw an accurate deep ball, but his deep ball is like 40 to 50 yards.
So what he needs to do is just throw it a lot earlier.
Yeah.
He needs to throw those Jeff Blake moon balls, or like Russell.
Jeff Blake. Let's. Nate Sudfeld gets cut by the Niners, which is they kept Jimmy G though, so it's just like.
Sudfeld is one of those quarterbacks who will end up win.
Yeah, JaMychal Hasty gets cut by the Niners, which is interesting because it's Shanahan's offense, and in Shanahan's offense, any running back is going to get the designated carries and touchdowns. So he started a lot last year though.
Really healthy. Sermon is really healthy this year, and so like I would even chosen Sermon over Mitchell potentially, because Mitchell gets hurt a lot. But Sermon, they drafted both of them in the same draft class. They're gonna eventually start giving him looks and carries.
So
and he wants forward now. So
another interesting cut. The Seahawks cut Freddie Swain.
Huh. Lineman.
I mean, that was one of Russ's guys, though, so it kind of makes sense. If you're Denver, you might want to pick that guy up. Might want to pick him up. The Patriots also cut Tyler Johnson, which is interesting because Tom Brady likes that kid. He likes that kid, but it's also Tom's last year, so it's probably just like, yeah, whatever, kid. I mean, like, find your own path. Yeah, we have
the Patriots.
Yeah, we have Julio Jones now, so like, good luck. They also cut Logan Ryan, but the report says that he's going to return back to the Bucs anyway, so it's probably just restructuring a deal. We'll pay you less if you can come back, but you have to take less probably. It's just interesting because the Bucs secondary last year was just injured. All of them hurt at some point. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they learned their lessons. Who else? So many people that I've never heard of. All right, that's it. That's all the cuts that are important. Fred Swain, that was an interesting one that I hadn't seen yet. If he goes to Denver, though, it just 100% would make sense, and it would be Russ being like, "Hey, go get my guy, please." Even though they have wide receivers,
Yeah.
just stick him as the sixth guy. It's one of Russ's guys. If he has to play in a situation, he already has a synergy with the quarterback, so it makes so much sense, and he's going to be cheap.
Yep.
All right, let me see anything else happen in the league. Not really, dude. So this is the only thing that happens this whole week is this roster cut, and then free agency, trying to figure out who gets cut and will they fit somewhere else. Things like that. Injury designations, because the injured reserve is only 6 weeks now, so physically unable to perform lists, like non-football injury. How are you going to designate some of these roster moves so that you don't lose these players who are hurt and things like that? You don't want to cut them. So they've taken the 4th week of preseason, removed the game, and turned it into this. It's roster week. And I hate it because there's nothing.
Make them do Oklahoma's to make the team. Half the league would be damn on injured reserve.
Take all the players who were just cut and have them do bull in the ring. Yo, see, they should.
Watch that.
Roger Harper, they should have a reality show with the players who just got cut.
That'd be some serious shit right there. You talking about some attitude, niggas going off, motherfuckers mad and shit.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be some good shit, boy.
Yeah, I would watch that.
Yeah, and you put it on HBO so they don't have to censor it and shit. It'd be awesome.
Absolutely.
So that, get on at HBO. That would be awesome. So, yeah, we got a week of nothing, and then we open up a Thursday night. Bills, it's funny. It's like a Super Bowl preview. On paper, Bills and the Rams. This is what, people thought the Super Bowl should have been last year.
It still was a Super Bowl, like.
Yeah, 100%. But
of a great Super Bowl. It was an amazing Super Bowl.
But interesting to have such a high it's the NFL. Almost all the games are dope. There's something about almost every game. It's just every once in a while there's just going to be some terrible, terrible football games. Like terrible games. Like the Jets at the Jags or something in London at 9 a.m. Like nobody is watching this shit. Who set this shit up? Anyway, and then week 1 we're off and running, which means our entire lives of free time for people like us are now consumed. Football season isn't just Sunday. There's games on Monday. There's games on Thursday. Amazon picked up Thursday Night Football. And then the league has become so big, you just fill the rest of the off days with the information that has happened from the last week.
Yeah, who's injured, like,
who's hurt, what things are working for which teams, which aren't working, like, you know, and it just never stops. And now, like,
who's about to get taken, who's on the hot seat,
like all this fantasy football things that we do too, which I will set up the Gray Matter VIP league. I got to hit up Nice though. I want to make sure that he like.
he has to sign up.
Yeah, like I said, at least I'll see if I can set it for like auto draft, so like even if he doesn't, it does something. But Nice.
He busy making hours, man. Every time I looked up, he on a new record. And shit,
Yeah, 100%. I told you. I told Carrie last week he was performing on a float in the Puerto Rican Day Parade.
What?
Yeah, they had a DJ, and then him and Ito was just performing. It was hilarious.
Yeah, that's his boy Ito, ain't it?
Yeah, man. So football is almost here, guys.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost here, and once it kicks off, the road to the Super Bowl for us begins.
That's right.
September 1st is my draft, so I will definitely let you guys know how it goes. Roger Harper, I know you will see it as it happens.
Sure.
But yeah, the draft was fun. Now there's a competitive edge to every episode that we do now. This is going to be hilarious. Look at the look on Kerry's face. He loves every second of this shit.
Pick'em starts on the 6th.
Yeah, yo, Roger Harper. Kerry's been trying to get me to play fantasy football for like 17 years now.
I got you reeled in now, buddy.
Yeah, see, Kerry, you should thank Roger Harper for this, because otherwise I would never have done this.
He's in.
All right, guys, I appreciate it. We will be in touch.
Peace.
Later.
Peace.
All right, everybody. I'm going to go do some other shit. The draft was hilarious. I appreciate everybody who stopped by. Colton. Yeah, you took like all my guys. Anyway, I will see you guys Thursday for Beat Boutique at 9, and I will see you in the morning whenever I get up for morning meditation. Until then, keep fighting the good fight, and the hoodie shop is open.